What's up, guys? Shay Stevens here, PDG number 77522, and today I'm designing a disc golf course. Let's get to it. Before we get to the video, please click that like button if you're enjoying the content. If you find yourself coming back often, make sure you're subscribed and click that notification bell. It really helps me out, and I try to post videos at least once a week. As always, thank you all for the support. As many disc golfers can relate, you can't help but be out on your travels and see a spot and think, man, a basket would look really cool there, or see a line of trees and think, man, that's a natural fairway. I wish I had a disc to throw. So, of course, when I'm out at my local park, Flora Park in Northeast Philadelphia, I see these spots and I see these lines and think, man, this would be a really good place for a course. So, over the last few months, I've kind of mapped out some holes and shots, and I've built a little 9-hole layout that I think would be really great for this park. Now, I do know through research that a father-daughter team proposed putting a course in here about 10 years ago, and that proposal was rejected. I'm hoping mine's a little more, better received. The reasons I want to put a course in Flora Park are threefold. First, I want to build something for the community, especially the younger generation. I am an IT worker. I want kids off their phones. I want them off of screens. I want them out in nature, touch grass, all that good stuff, get fresh air, get exercise. So you'll see here on this map, directly across from Flora Park, you have a grade school, an all-girls high school, a college on the corner, and around the corner on Frankfort Avenue, you actually have another Catholic grade school. So plenty of young people in the area who I believe would really benefit from getting outside, and I'd like to build something that would be an attraction for them. I would love for young families to come out too. There's a lot of young families in this area, and I kind of envision mom and dad picking the kid up from school and walking across the street or driving over and playing together. I mean, kids as young as 3 are playing disc golf, to people as like 90 plus easily are playing the sport. It's very accessible. I've made the course again with that in mind. There's no crazy drops. There's no hills. A lot of times you can walk the path from hole to hole, so it's very accessible. So that's one reason I want to do it. Again, touching on accessibility is point two. This park is just very accessible in general. It's between two major roadways, Frankfort Avenue and State Road. And you'll actually see a SEPTA line. Actually, there are two of them. There's 19 and the 84. Both run on Grant Avenue, which is the main road the park's on. So easy. If you want to take the bus to come play, you can do that. There's also a train station just around the corner. So again, another way to get to the park if you're not within walking distance or you can't drive. There is public transportation available. The final reason, a little sadder, is security. Safety. You'll find a lot of complaints online, unfortunately, about Flora Park. I love it. The design, I like. The maintenance crew does a great job of keeping this place in beautiful shape all year round. But the complaint you'll see mostly online about it is if it's not a major sports season, so soccer and softball basically, you will find a lot of complaints of people who drive their cars into that parking lot, which is like a quarter mile off the road, and they'll go for a walk and they'll come back and their windows are smashed in. It's just an unfortunate reality we live in. But you'll find, there's plenty of evidence that the more witnesses are around, the less likely a crime is to occur. So it's something we talk about at our course at Tyler Park is, less cars are vandalized in the disc golf parking lot because there's always disc golfers around. So if there's eyes on it, somebody's not going to mess with it. So this 9-hole design, I've actually intentionally done it so we go around the parking lot, and I specifically designed this course in mind so that at all points on this course, you should be able to see your car. Or at least the parking lot. It depends where you park if you want to get crazy. But you are able to see the parking lot. So you will always have that line of sight to your car. So you can always know everything's fine. So that is just, a security thing. I want, the goal is to get more foot traffic into this park. So that way, not just disc golfers. I want the walkers to come, during the winter or during the middle of summer and, be able to park their car. And there's going to be other people there. So that, get that feeling of community and safety. And they don't have to worry about their, car getting vandalized while they're out getting some exercise. So it's the 3 reasons why I wanted to do this. So I grabbed a practice basket and I just grabbed 2 random discs off my rack. I ended up grabbing 2 NVs, which are putters. So for those who aren't familiar with disc golf, this is the equivalent of like playing a chip and putt course, really. And I've only brought, essentially my wedges and my putter. So just in terms of distance, you'll understand like disc golf, there are some crazy like 1,000-foot holes. None of that here. We're having fun. It's going to be a nice relaxed style of golf. But yeah, I grabbed 2 discs, my practice basket, and my camera, and headed out. So here's my first round ever at Flora Park. All right, so here, proposed hole 1.
We're off to the right of the parking lot. Basket is set up right before that little copse of 3 trees. I figure it's a fun shot here. You can go under the tree branch or around it. It's only 230 feet, just something nice and simple to start off. I went way wide for my first throw. Okay. All right, bit obstructed. Trees did their job. Let's see if I get the putt. We got par. All right. Next hole, we're heading over that way. Okay, hole 2, we've come across the road just because the park's property lines back up to people's houses, and we don't want to disturb neighbors, so coming over here to get away from them. There's one hole off to the right I could probably put in that shouldn't mess with the neighbors, but not going to be needed for this layout. It's possibly like if there's an expansion of the course, we can bring it in, but for now, we want to keep people happy. So we're over here in the main field of the this part of the park. Basket's like 260 away along the wood line, so again, you can go with a low shot under the branches if you want, or you swing out to the left and bring it back in. I'm gonna try that draw shot. Not enough air, but I'm putting. I got this long look for birdie. The tree branches are really cool, but I wanted to make sure, you know, when the time comes for them to fall down, they'll crush the basket, so the basket's kind of in between 2 trees. Pretty good spot. Just short. So the next hole, we'll be teeing off from that little triangle there with the walking paths. All right, hole 3, about 280 foot, pretty much an open shot. I like where I have the basket kind of off the tree line a bit. It's kind of a distance check shot, so you want to make sure you don't go too far and get stuck up in that tree and have a rough time. I kind of wanted to put it in that opening, but I want to make sure we keep people in the park property, so I'm well off of that. So that shouldn't be a concern of people going out the back. Oh, a little short again. All right. You get a good look there at Nazareth Academy Grade School. I'll tell you one of my hopeful target demographics for this course if I get it put in. Putting's off today. Another par. Next hole is right over there. Alright, this hole's honestly one of my favorites just because of how the green shapes up. There's like this natural little cutout in the wood line. It just fits perfectly for a green. It's only about 180 feet away, I'd say. So let's see if I can get one close with a forehand. Alright. Should be looking good. Heading that way for the next hole. All right, hole 5 will definitely be a par 5. 450 foot uphill. Wide open shot, pretty much. I made sure to pull the tee pad in to the left here away from the walking path. So again, want to minimize any kind of safety concerns there might be. So this one's just kind of like a fun one for everyone just to unload on. Everywhere else you had to shape a shot. Here it's just go for distance. So let's see what I can do with one. Got my envy here. Putter. All right, we're out there. Also want to point out, I forgot to on the last hole, again, we're pretty far away, but still have a nice clean line of sight to the parking lot. You should still be able to see it off there on the left. I can see my car actually, so mission accomplished on that front. All right, left myself a little bit of upshot here to the pin. Long putt. I got a long look for 3 here in terms of green design. I want to make sure the walking path on the right is way out of the way there, like 60 feet, so that shouldn't be an issue. And I want to make sure we were off of that soccer field there. You see the benches short of it. I just want to make sure, if people are playing on the field, the kids who aren't on are practicing down here, that they have plenty of room and, won't be any issues with getting too close to the course. Tapping. This is going to be the longest walk probably for the course. We're going to have to go all the way around the walking path, and there's 2 soccer fields right here. Don't want to mess with them. So we're going to be going around to the other side of the fields where there's a really cool tee shot framed up. All right, after following the path around, you wind up here at hole 6. It's framed up between these really nice trees. Basket is to the left of that tree there. There's a walking path about 40 feet behind it, so shouldn't really be a factor. But again, a deterrent from trying to go too far. You can try to swing in through the branches on the right or come in on the left. Forehand seems to be the good shot. It's about 200 feet away. Ooh, hook up. All right, hold it a bit to the left. All right, next hole we'll be going over that way towards the middle of this little field area. There are some cool lines over there actually, but again, my mission is to keep within line of sight of the parking lot. I can still see my car. So later project possibly. So for this 9-hole loop, we'll be going over here. Hole 7 is coming in at like 235 feet. I wanted this shot just because it's a tight shot. You have the tree branches on the left to contend with, and you have the branches on the right guarding the basket closer up towards it. You are well away from the soccer field on the left, so no worries about tree kicks going anywhere near any spectators. Again, the path on the right is well guarded by the trees on the right, so it's a tight shot. You got to execute either a laser straight shot or a bit of a flex. Start it out to the right, flex it left, and have it come back to the right at the end. So that's a shot this park was lacking, or this course design was lacking, and I saw this one and definitely wanted to add it. So I'm going to try a bit of a baby flex shot. Come out of it. That should be a putt. Next hole, we'll be going straight back to that little T intersection in the walkway. The deep will be right there on the grass. All right, hole 8, coming in at 225 feet. Trouble on the right there, just a viney mess of a whole bunch of stuff you don't want to be in. Relatively open shot though, so do you play off to the right and kind of draw it back in over danger, or do you play nice and safe out to the left? You decide. Honestly, if we wanted to, we can move back 10 feet. The pavement area here is pretty much ideal for a tee pad, so wouldn't even need to build anything here, just drop a sign somewhere. But I'm on the grass now, just to keep with the grass theme if we're gonna go with that. All right. Ooh, over the basket. And for the final tee pad, we're going to be going right that way. It's a good little area picked out. And we have arrived on hole 9. It's about 355 feet. You can see the basket through the trees there on the right. That is not the shot though. The play on this hole is you want to go straight through this gap in front of us here, and then you have a decision to make. Do you want to play safe, or do you want to play risky? You know, I wanted to have a risk-reward shot on this course, so just so players can learn that decision-making part of the game. You can go out and to the left. If you come short, there, that big pine tree's in your way. If you get out there though into the open, it's a pretty open shot, but it's pretty far. Or you could turn one over after this gap to the right of that big pine tree, and that gives you a really short upshot to the basket. However, that gap pinches off to about 15 to 20 feet wide, so it is a very tight line to hit. So there is risk reward. For the sake of entertainment, I'm going to go for that risky shot. So I'm going to try and turn one over to the right and go for that aggressive shot. Also, this tee pad area is nice. It looks like it's an old path that was just kind of abandoned. It's very gravelly, but it's nice and firm. So just tee pad right here, really nice to have. Oh, didn't quite make it. So that one branch hanging out got me. Okay, you can see the branch knocked me down early. I still have a line at the basket. Pine tree's in the way though, but luckily disc golf is all about playing with cool angles, so I can just draw this around, kind of aim at that tree on the right there, let it hook up towards the basket. So let's see if I can get up and down for a birdie putt. I came up a little short, but I should have a putt. Okay, it's definitely a manageable putt. I really wanted to finish the basket here because, one, as you can see, the parking lot's right there. I'm looking at my car right now. Hole 1 is going to be right there, basically. So if you want to go around again, you just walk straight ahead and tee off again. So you can do 18 holes if you want. And then it's just a really cool finishing area. You have this, look here, got this really cool gnarly tree that looks like it refuses to die right there. Cool little rock formation. Got the American flag on the pole up there. Well, yeah, let's tap out for a birdie and finish this round. Kind of my first draft of the course design I would put here at Flora Park. I'll throw it back to Shane in the studio for final thoughts.
And that'll wrap up my trial run of my 9-hole layout at Flora Park in Northeast Philadelphia. Overall, I'm very happy with it. It's a lot of fun. There's a little bit of technicality on every hole, so it's not just, throwing out in an open field, which is boring. There's a little bit of challenge, but, not too terrible. It's a good beginner-friendly course. Hole 5 is a par 5 is kind of like the only thing I'm slightly conflicted about, but I'm going to err on the side of I'll leave an easy birdie out there because I want people to get birdies and have fun. So other than that, I think I like what I've done here. I think I kept safety in mind, technicalities from good left to rights, right to left. So it's got a little bit of everything. The play speed was really good. I completed that round in a little over an hour, and that was with me having to run, set the basket out, come back, set my tripod up, throw, play the hole. And then I also had a few people stop me during my round to ask, hey, buddy, why are you playing Frisbee by yourself? So I had to explain to them what disc golf was and let them take some throws. They wanted some throws, so I let them try it out just to get a feel for it, which was cool. So, but playing a solo round, at an installed course, probably a 20 to 30-minute round, which is great. As someone who experienced this as a kid, I would love for a student who just took a test or something, is all wound up after the school day, to be able to come across the street and play a 20-minute, 30-minute round, quick 9, just to unwind, vent, de-stress, then go home and do your homework. So in terms of speed, I love the flow of the course. That applies to adults too. You get worked up at work and you want to come vent that stress before going home. 9-hole layouts, just what you need. If you want to go 18, like I said, you just walk past hole 9, go back to hole 1, and play an 18-hole loop. I also I designed this course with a little bit of malleability, creativity in mind. So as kids get bigger, they get stronger, and they get better at the game. If they want to, they can go tee off in other spots. I've left a lot of room around my holes, my designs, so they could make longer tee pads if they want to, just playing casually to make up their spot, and they can make the holes longer and harder if they want to. Likewise, if you have a 5-year-old sibling you want to come play with, or a 5-year-old child, you can cut the hole in half, walk up halfway, and let them play from 150 feet out, from 100 feet out, whatever you want. That's the cool thing about disc golf, is the creativity and the ability to make the game what you want it to be. So I mean, it's got all the goodness of golf at a major fraction of the cost. It's that whole idea of like you versus yourself or you versus the course. Uh, so golf, I mean, you need what, like $100 for clubs. You got to buy balls. You got to pay $35 for the round. You got driving range fees. Disc golf, you get all of that. You can do it with a frisbee, one disc. $10 maybe, probably cheaper. If you run into a disc offer, we'll give you a disc probably to get you started because we love this game so much. We want you to enjoy it too. So very low cost to enter the game, and I mean driving range, just find a field to throw. You don't need to go pay for one. So it's I really hope this becomes a reality for the area. I think it would be great for the community. My next steps moving forward are, first, it's online right now. You're watching it on YouTube. So if you have any critiques, you want to drop down below, give me some tips. I'll take them into consideration. So thank you for those. I'm specifically going to push this video out to guys in the area who are course designers or have influenced course design to get their feedback, to see what their thoughts are on my design, take any of their critiques they might have into consideration. And if I have to, I'll film another round of me playing the new version 2 of the layout. Inevitably, my goal is to take my final product video and attach it to a proposal to the Philadelphia Parks and Rec department, and see if I can get this course installed. I'll probably go with natural tees just because it's easier to, if need be, move a sign versus having to move a permanent tee pad. And basket wise, I gotta go shopping. I'm hoping MVP gravities, but I gotta see what the deals are out there for me. So hopefully maybe in the next 5 years, I don't know how fast things are gonna move in this crazy world, but maybe we'll have another disc golf course in the city of Philadelphia. So if you guys have any input for me, again, drop it down in the comments below. Thank you for that. If you have any questions for me, reach out. I'll do my best to answer them. Take care. Thank you to my sponsors for all your disc golf needs. Check out Phoenix Discs and Basket Bashers Disc Golf.